Brought to you by Brand South Africa.
Theme of this year's World Economic Forum's Africa Summit, currently underway in Addis Ababa, is Shaping Africa's Transformation. The forum says that Africa's frontier markets are fueling a renewed optimism about the continent's future. Accelerating investment in its frontier markets and scaling innovation will be essential in transforming Africa's growth story into shared opportunities for present and future generations. Godfrey Mutizwa caught up with Gachao Kuina, the CEO of Transcentury, and asked him about the company's expansion strategy for regional growth.
You have to look at where you're strong, and essentially our footprint, where we really are the market leaders and have a very strong customer base and strong focus, is East Africa. So we've needed really to build into that. So last year you saw us go into Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, which was very important for us. You'll see us do more there. You'll also see us start to strengthen in Zambia, where we also made a few acquisitions. So the priority is really to be strong in, let's call it East, Central and Southern Africa first, and then move towards West Africa.
Okay, so let's talk about timelines. When are we talking about this, and what kind of monies are we talking about in terms of that regional expansion?
Overall, we're really looking to build a portfolio of companies to really do at least $100 million of profit over the next 4 years. So that's really the vision, and that's really going to come almost equally, a third from the 3 infrastructure divisions, and that's power, transport and engineering.
I suppose to generate that money you need to spend money. So how much and over what time frame again?
So really a lot of the investment has been going in last year and this year. So if you actually look at a combination of both the debt and the equity that we've spent, that's coming into the order of about 500 million US dollars.
Right. And over the next 2 years or so? I don't know what sort of time frames you're working with.
Over the next 2 years, one of the bigger investments we're making is a railway. We're invested in a railway line in Kenya and Uganda, and that project alone is $287 million.
They used to call it the Lunatic Express.
That's correct, yeah. So that's really, so a lot of it, as I said, is going to be front-loaded in terms of investment, and a lot of that is coming in the early years.
So as you grow, I suppose, with it grows risk, and part of the thinking I would imagine would be around how you spread that risk in terms of the sectors that you're looking at. As you say now, we're looking at about a third for each of the main divisions, but going forward, what sort of targets are you setting for those divisions?
Yeah, I think in terms of risk, I think the real risk in our business is not so much market risk. I think that the fundamentals are very strong. So, the power story in Africa is the same in Kenya as it is in many other countries, same as here in Ethiopia, yeah? So that opportunity is there. In terms of risk, the real risk is what I would call managerial risk. It's very important for us to grow in a controlled way where we can actually really build on our management teams and make sure that we have the resources that it takes to really make sure that the growth is productive growth and profitable growth. So this year we're really spending a lot of time on people, strengthening the management team. Last time we spent a lot of time on capital and really making sure we had the capital to grow. So I would say in terms of managing risk, it's really been capital and people more than market risk.
Right. And what about the revenue split going forward? Do you have any specific targets that you want for each of those divisions now from the third that we're talking about now?
In terms of revenue, then what we should really see is about $300 million coming from the railway. We should then expect to see about $200 million coming from each of the other 2 divisions. So put together, we're looking to be about $700 million.
That was Gachao Kuina, CEO of Transcentury.